Hey folks, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for the channel. This is Dark Souls 2, the Scholar of the First Sin edition. I'm Worm. I've taken a bit of a break for a while to decide what I wanted to do with the channel, and I've decided anything I feel like playing is going to be recorded in this manner. I've recently upgraded the microphone, so yeah, we're going to be doing the entirety of Scholar of the First Sin. It might be 100%, but given the amount of content in this game, it's highly unlikely. I'm going to quickly run through the video settings. Don't actually know what that does. We're going to turn it off because by the looks of it, it's not good. Hi on. Yeah, why not? That looks fine. Okay, so we're going to get started now. I'm going to click new game. I did do a brief test earlier just to make sure the recording was working fine. And let's see how it goes. We're playing this on the PC at 1080p. I don't see the point recording it at 4K.
Perhaps you've seen
Go up now and we'll watch this cutscene.
Maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Oh yes, Souls games always have really weird cutscenes like that. This one's no different. The idea is we have just essentially died and gone hollow, on Souls, and our mission is to get to the land of Drangleic, which we'll learn more about throughout the process of the game. I have played it extensively before, and as I say, this may turn into 100%, but I'm not too certain on that because I don't know how much time I want to dedicate to this, having just played Elden Ring and got extremely frustrated at a later boss. Now, Dark Souls 2 is the black sheep of the series. It's the one that wasn't made by Miyazaki and is a little different in some regards. The main one for me being that your Estus healing, which we'll see later, does not heal as quickly, or rather it takes more animation time to do so. And the other reason being that you don't have as many iframes when you roll until you put a certain amount of points into a stat called, I believe it's adaptability. You have to put 8 points or 10 points in. So we're just going to go around and pick up these items. I'll show you the items in our inventory as soon as we have done. There's 3 to collect before we can progress. Well, we can progress anyway, but as I say, this could turn into 100%. Sorry, I'm not very great with the whole talking side at the moment. So we're going to go up here. There's a big boy around here that we don't want to mess around with. An item he's literally stood in front of that I think we can get without triggering him. Gonna try anyway. Yeah, we can. It's gold pine resin, which is a buff that has lightning damage to your weapon. As you can see, he's a big boy and he's not very happy with it right now. Gonna try and just roll past him if we can. And we can. There we go. So, before I go any further, when I say we might end up doing 100%, what I mean by that is the Steam achievements. This is a copy being played on Steam right now. It's a fresh account or a fresh download of it. So not only the achievements are unlocked, and I'm a bit of a completionist, so I think I'd like to go for them all. Oh dear. And there's one of the first ones. Die once. This is Dark Souls. I think I'm going to have to change control pads over because the one I'm using at the moment is not particularly great. The tracking when you move to the left is particularly fantastic. But we'll do that in a moment when we get to the area we need to go to. I'll show the items we've got in our inventory. We have the Dark Sign, which is the brand of the Hollow or the Cursed. You can look at the item description by pressing X, Xbox control pad, which tells you a little bit about the item and relevances to the lore. We have gold pine resin with lightning buff for a weapon, really good against dragons. A rusted coin, which makes items a bit easier to find. A couple of online play items, not doing online, and an item you can trade in or use for health. I just realised I'm nearly walking off the edge of that. This is a really not the best start, but whatever. As you can see in the top left, we have a health bar that's currently at half because we haven't got memory of ourselves yet. And we have a stamina bar that's currently decreasing extremely fast. That will change as we get more levels and more items. This is a game that focuses very heavily on just general experimentation with combat. The games are notoriously not the most easy to do. So we're going to go through here and we're going to watch a cutscene and then it'll be onto our character creation, which I may edit out to be honest because it might be a long thing since we're going to be playing this character for the duration of the game. So let's go in. What happens?
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you? You're finished.
You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Okay, so here we go. We get to input our character name right now. You have to input it on keyboard, so I'll be muting the microphone while I do so. I'll think one up very briefly. I was trying to put in a hyphen there to separate the two, but I think we're going to go with that. Oh yes. Okay, well that's unfortunate, it won't let me. And there we go, that's us. Okay, it's not, because yeah, this really wasn't the best start to a playthrough, but fuck it. Yes, I'm sure of that name.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Okay, so this is where we get to pick our character. There's various classes, and you can have a gift as well. I will just say, I was noticing throughout that cutscene, and I've noticed in the grass as well. One of the things about this game, on PC obviously, is that you get graphical options. One of those options regards anti-aliasing, and doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot in this game, because there was a lot of boiling around the character edges and stuff like that. But either way, we've got a warrior, we have a knight, swordsman, bandit, a cleric, a sorcerer, an explorer, who has a lot more items with them, but not a whole lot in the way of offensive capabilities, and the deprived, which has the lowest overall base stats, starting at soul level 1, but can progress far higher than other characters by end game. We're going to be going deprived, and then you have various gifts. One gives you more HP as a ring. There's a hollowing mechanic in this game that means you have slightly higher maximum HP each time you die, unless you use a human effigy, which restores you back to full health, which is what the old lady just gave us. So you'll see when we get out of this character creation, we should have full HP again. There's various healing items and poison resistance items. This restores you to your bonfire, which is like your checkpoints you pick up throughout the game. This, I don't actually know where it does, I'll be honest with you. I'll probably look it up at some point. Well, I will as we progress further into the playthrough. Bonfire aesthetic restores like each bonfire's area. There's a limit to how many times you can kill each enemy in this game, which is 9 times. So yeah, that will restore them but make them slightly stronger. And whilst on the subject of that, I think it's important to mention, if this does turn into 100%, which it likely will, I will be doing stuff like completely clearing out areas all 9 times, but I'll be doing that off camera. But I will kill every enemy once on camera, just because that's the way I like to play these games. And then we have a petrified something, which, again, I don't really know what it does. I think it's something to do with... I don't actually know what it does. We're going to go with a bonfire aesthetic. I don't know whether to really bother with all this. We're gonna go male, we're gonna go like that. I will go quite live. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time with this. I was gonna do it off camera, but I'll do it on. Just get something a little bit more different. That'll be. That'll be. I like the look of that one. Go a yellow tattoo, why not? Make it absolutely opaque. And then the advanced settings aren't really that important. We're going to finalise that creation and watching the cutscene.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Oh yes, as you can see, those cutscenes are rather odd. We just got another achievement there, self-recollection for regaining our character. Cutscenes in these games are a bit strange, the laws all really obscure. I feel like... yeah, I definitely need to switch controller. The tracking on this not great. I'll do that probably in a moment because there's a bonfire right outside that door, so I'll probably call it there. It'll be a short intro episode. We got 2 achievements done. I think I'm going to make this an achievements run, but before we do, we'll talk to all these characters again.
This is a limbo, a link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom.
You always want to talk to NPCs more than once just to make sure you've exhausted all their dialogue in this game. So we're going to do that with each of these people here.
My name is Lilibeth. The old women were once fire keepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on. The old women were keepers of the fire. But now, the fire shows signs of fading, and the kingdom is beset by hollows.
Yes, and I was wrong, we're not quite hollow yet, but we're on our way to being there.
The old women are sisters. I am told there was a 4th. Long ago, fire keepers were commonplace. But now they are lost, scattered to the winds. The old women are sisters.
Okay, so it looks like we've exhausted all of her dialogue.
The old...
Yeah, the Firekeepers were actually a key part of the first game. I was going to do something in the first game, but I decided to do this one first. This was actually my first Dark Souls game, so I kind of know what I'm doing with it, but it's been a long time. I'll play this again. The tracking on this pad is definitely seriously off. Okay, if you're just going to laugh at me, I won't talk to you. And now you're ignoring me. Rude.
You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here. To start again. With a clean slate.
Oh yes, this lady can respec you after your after you've used your levels and stuff like that. Once you've got a character build, if you're not happy with it, you can come back to her and she'll change it for you.
Now, go along, go along.
These women are all so rude, it's that Miller.
Now go along.
Yep, so we've exhausted her dialogue. This one just lasts us.
Now go.
Okay, so we're gonna go upstairs. There's a chest up here we need to open. I don't recall what's in it. We press A to open things, and to interact with the world, we got another human effigy. For the controls, B is dodge, the component of this game. R1 to punch, R2 to do a heavy attack, L1 to do a light attack, but usually it's block if you had a shield. And then you X to use your items that are equipped in the lower down bit at the bottom. We haven't got our Estus flash yet, I don't believe. And then Y allows you to build. So as I said, there's a bonfire here. First we're going to smash this and get the item from behind it. Not got a lot of stamina, so it takes a good few punches. We can get that. It has a Soul of the Lost and Dead and a torch. Torches are quite important in this game, and the Soul of the Lost and Dead is for getting extra souls, which is your currency that you use to level up and to buy items. Toggle here to light your torch. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to rest at the bonfire, ponder how we've just come back to life. I'll see you next video, folks.